Hi guys, I'm Courtney. I'm your instructor, so I'm not Nick. Um, so um, you guys have been pretty good about emailing me instead of Nick, but please just remember to not email Nick if there's stuff that needs to be passed on to Nick. I will send that to him. He is the lab manager and he's also teaching his own course this semester. So he's having to field emails both from Brandon and I as instructors when things are going wrong from his own students, and then he has regular department stuff to deal with. So yeah, just make sure you're reaching out to me when you have questions. I'm making this video to introduce myself a little bit, but then also to kind of talk about expectations I have for you guys for completing this online course because this is weird. I've been teaching for 5 years. I've never taught this class online. This class is not meant to be taught online. The point of having labs is for you to be doing stuff in a lab and not in your kitchen. Um, so anyway, so all right, I'll just get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about that I have changed to the way that I have the course set up is you should be able to see now. I have added raise your hand discussions to our discussion section for both Lab 2 and Lab 3 since those are this week's labs. So the way that I'm hoping that that's going to work is that you guys will post there when you have questions about the lab or like, oh, what is this question on the worksheet referring to? Or you know what, I watched the video or I watched the lecture on molar mass calculations and I'm still confused. Can I get some help? So I want you guys to be posting questions like that there because then I can answer them there and that will serve as a forum for everyone to use it as a resource. Because right now when you guys email me individually and then I respond to you individually, when other people have the same question, I'm having to like copy and paste or type the same response like 5 times. And then there's also that, it might take me a day to get back to you. So by having this forum where when I answer, it's there for everybody to see, people can peruse that before they email me with questions. And then if there's guidance that I have on the worksheets or if there's questions I'm getting a lot, I can post videos or post answers to that kind of stuff there. So I'm hoping that this will be kind of a more effective way, kind of for us to have like class discussions almost, and get everybody's questions answered in a way that we would do if we were actually in class in person. So I did notice as I started grading the Lab 1 worksheets, I could tell that there were definitely people that had not used the mealworm like PowerPoint videos to guide their like experiment in that one lab and graph those results and things like that. So I can tell when I'm grading your stuff if you were confused when you were doing it. And obviously, everybody's going to get confused sometimes. I get confused sometimes. But the point is that when you're confused, it needs to be a trigger for you in your head to ask me a question. So when you are feeling confused, instead of just trying to guess and do it, please go onto the Raise Your Hand forum and post your question there, and I will respond to you there. Um, so I'm not going to give extra points or be lenient about giving people points when you had the opportunity to ask a question and you didn't. This I expect your participation to be exactly the same as it would be if we were in a physical classroom. When you're confused about something, you ask the teacher. Okay. So also, please make sure that you're giving. I do know that some people did not have time to complete labs 1A, 1B, and 1C this week. I had several people that only uploaded 1 or 2 of those. So this is a lab. Labs always, you'll find, especially if you're in like OChem, you're there for 4 hours and you're only getting 1 credit for it. And that's like any lab that you're going to take, you're going to be putting in 2 to 4 hours of work, and some labs even up to 6 hours to just get 1 credit for the class. So treat like you need to give yourself more time to complete these labs than the time that you would allow yourself to maybe finish a worksheet for lecture or finish an assignment for a lecture. So I would recommend starting your stuff on Monday or Tuesday and giving yourself a few days because I did post my hopeful schedule on Canvas where I was saying, I usually log in one time in the morning and one time in the evening. So if you ask me a question in the evening, I might not get to it till the next morning or even the evening after. So you need to give me like 24 hours to respond. So, so again, hoping the raise your hand forum will kind of cut down on that lag time. but yeah, so just make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to complete your stuff and that you're giving yourself time to ask me questions and have those answered or have those questions answered. Worst case scenario, if we're having difficulty communicating through writing, I might just say, here's my phone number, just call me. It would be easier just to have a conversation. So if we need to do that, we can do that too. I also want you guys to know that I picked up my own little supply package kit from Nick today. I told Nick, I said, I need a package because I know that you guys are going to have like technical questions or like, oh, my scale's not working or what's up with this solution. And I needed my own supplies so I could do this at home, do the experiments at home, so that I could help you guys with troubleshooting when we need that. So if you're having equipment issues, chemical issues, blah, 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 that's also something that you need to ask me about. I'm not going to give you points just because you're like, I couldn't figure out how this worked. So I guess I should have done this first, but just a little bit about me. So like I said, I posted kind of my expectations for when I'm going to be on and off Canvas to be available to you guys. That being said, I do have my husband is a PA and he works full time. So I'm at home with my 3 kids. I plan on being at work and not trying to work when my kids are around. But that's where we are. So, uh, so yeah, I have my hopeful schedule, but again, I do have 3 kids. My husband's gone. And then my youngest is medically complex. She has extreme medical needs. So sometimes there might be things that come up. And even though I said I would be on, I would log on every morning. There might be mornings where I can't log on because her ostomy bag exploded and it took us 2 hours to clean up. So anyway, so just I'm still a human. I'm doing my best. I'm trying my best to be here for you guys. I've never taught an online class before. This is not the ideal format for this class. So we're just all, taking hits as they come. So yeah, just I'm going to do my best for you guys. And I just ask you to give me your best in return so that you get the most out of this experience. So just take ownership over your learning for this. And I'm going to be here for you as much as I possibly can. And yeah, so just hi, reach out. And I wish I could meet you guys all in person. It's really kind of a bummer that we can't. So, but I hope to kind of get to know you guys through online. So, all right. Okay. I will be making 2 more videos and posting those about what am I doing? Something with a whiteboard. I don't remember. There's 2 more topics I'm posting videos about. So just keep an eye out for those. Those will be on the discussion boards today. So, all right. Thanks, guys.